What's up, YouTube? It's your boy TCG back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Gundam TCG. Yesterday I went to my first Gundam TCG release event and I picked up Zeon Rush ST03. It's the red-green aggro deck featuring the Zaku units and Zeon and Neo Zeon types. And I was able to win with it, getting myself not one but two of the entry prizings of the alternate art Strike Gundams and the Kira Yamato promo cards, as well as the sleeve pack. But this deck interested me so much that I had to try my hand at building a budget version of this deck using two of the starter decks. I was able to acquire the one star deck that I played in the event, as well as the Gundam Assemble special edition star deck. I look forward to playing that game as well when it comes out. But I did want to cover a budget early format list of Zeon's Rush, or the Zeon and Neo Zeon type. So let's just hop right into that. All right, so here we are with the deck. We will start from the low end. So we will start with our level 1s. Our level 1s, we are playing 4 of each of them, of our level 1s. This is the only deck that I think really wants to go first in this format. So we have 4 copies of Zaku 1 and 4 copies of Draw C. So they're both just vanilla 1/2s, but they're level 1 drops, meaning if you go first, you can play a body that's going to hit on the next turn. Ideally, what I've noticed with this deck is you don't actually want to swing at the EX base with a 1-drop because you're just leaving this open to be taken. But we do want that extra body on turn 3 when we do decide it's time to swing. So having this drop early to give us a chip at life is very good. Next, moving on to our level 2s. So our level 2s, we play 4 Indignation, mainly because it's Angelo Sopper. But additionally, it did come up a couple times. Again, this was just starter deck format where I wanted that +2 AP. Also, this is essentially turning your 1-drop 1/1s into an EX base breaker by indignationing it and making it a 3/2, so you can break the EX base. If you don't see one of these other cards, this does also allow you to have for an aggressive turn 2, breaking EX base on turn 2. I think that depends on what deck you're playing against, because a deck like Grandpa, you definitely do not want to give them white base as early as their turn 2. I tend to think the earlier you give them white base, the worse the game is going to be for you against that matchup. So this is mainly there for the name, but also the fact that you can break base early. And then there's end games where you do actually want to start picking up some trades. And this does let you get there because a lot of your deck is weenies. Next, the broken card. This is Zaku 2. This is our optimal play on turn 2. So turn 1 optimal play is dropping one of our 1/1s, or our 1-drop, our level 1 cost 1/2s, followed by our turn 2 play of our level 2 Zaku 2 with that's a 1/2, but it is a base breaker because it gets +2 AP when it attacks, which is very good. So ideally, turn 1 you'll play a 1/1, and then turn 2 you'll play your 2/1 Zaku 2, and then turn 3 is when you'll swing, break base, swing, take a life, and that's sort of when the tempo starts to swing in your way. Like I said, though, in certain matchups, this can basically be a Zaku 2, turning this into a base breaker, which is pretty important. Next, we're going to check out our level 3s. This is where the bulk of our deck comes from because we are a aggressive early rush style of deck, but we are going to have most of our aggro early and the mid game. So the best level 3, in my opinion, is Gouf, which has a deploy effect to play a Zaku 2 token. It's a 1/1, but it is just 2 bodies, which is very, very good. Then we have the vanilla 3/2. But if you go second, this can come out on turn 2 and threaten base breaking. This is like worst case scenario, but this is also our best card to pick up trades with, because it's sort of like our biggest weenie. Then the Okay, I lied. This is the best card to pick up trades with, but I actually prefer not to pick up trades with Char Zaku 2. So Char Zaku 2 has, of course, it links with Char Aznable, but on destroy, you check top 3, you may add a Zeon or Neo Zeon type to your hand, return the rest to the bottom. It is specifically a unit card, so you can't grab anything but a unit card, but that is still very good. I actually prefer not to trade with Char Zaku 2. I think it's much better as a pressure piece to just keep swinging face, and eventually they will have to clear it, but it does give you another card in exchange. I prefer to trade. If you have to trade with it, it's not a bad card to take a trade with. But of course, being a link, you can't link unit. You can swing on the turn it's played if you have that specific pilot, which we do run 4 copies of Char Aznable. So it has burst added to hand, but then also it has attack during your turn. This unit gets +1 AP. And if it's a link unit, meaning it has specified Char Aznable as the pilot, it gains high maneuver, which just means it can't be blocked, which is very, very good. And that's sort of where this comes in, is you have this. Now it is a 4/3 on your opponent's turn. However, it is a 5/3 on your turn. You are just going to be breaking the later game bases with this, as well as consistently applying pressure that your opponent's eventually going to have to deal with it. And when it does, you're just going to get another body, or another unit, which is very good. And then finally, the only base we play is 4 copies of Fall Mel. I think I can't remember Relua. I don't know how to say it, but the red base I think is bad. It just has deploy, choose something with 5 or less, ping it for 1. This can be good in the mirror specifically because you can just pop the tokens that they play off Gauf without having to swing into them. However, I think the mirror tends to already be in your favor if you just go first anyways. So playing a card to like help beat the mirror, I think, is like kind of copium. I think just win the die roll. But Fall Mel is really good. You deploy it, you add the top card of your shield to your hand, but then you get to deploy a Charge Zaku 2 token, which is a 3/3, which is really good. It's essentially just another body while also protecting your life. And it draws you 1 in the sense that it's taking a card from your life to your hand, which can be very, very good. So yeah, that is our level 3 lineup. I personally would never play this from hand, though. I would only, like, this is just really good if you burst it. And we are playing a low base count, but I think it's fine considering our base is so, so strong. Next, we are on to the level 4s. We play 4 of Angelo's Gira Zulu. It has support 2, meaning the turn it comes down, you can buff something by 2. Not the turn, but it has active main, you can tap it to give something 2. This helps to get over bigger bodies, as well as the turn it comes down, it has value if you don't have Angelo Sopper in hand. This is the main reason we actually play this card, is because in this game, every card can swing the turn it's played if it's a link unit. So having that specified pilot, and that pilot goes with it, meaning you can just have more pressure, more aggro. 90% of the time, I would rather use this card with Angelo Sopper, but like I said, Sopper is a really good piece for us to actually use its action and main effect. So there will be times when you just don't have the Soppers in hand, so you can just tap this to give something 2, or it's just a 3/3. And then, like, high key, the worst card in the deck, the only card we are not maxing, is 2 copies of Blue Giant. This is what allows our Gauf to attack the turn it's played, because it's Rambo Rawl, but this card is terrible. It's choose 1 friendly unit. It can't receive battle damage from enemy units with 2 or less AP, which is cool. It protects your guy from weenies. It's like okay in the mirror, I guess, but like, what are you stopping in the mirror that has 2 or less AP, right? Like tokens, or like, I guess like Gauf is probably the best thing. It's an action, so you know their Zaku 2 is already going to be at 3 AP. So yeah, it's I don't think it's very good. But the main thing is it's Rambo Rawl, so in an end game, we can go Gauf, Rambo Rawl, swing for game. But this card is not good. If you were looking for like 2 slots in the deck, I would cut this. You have enough pilots and enough units where it doesn't really matter, but I think like just having that option to go for game with it is like okay. But overall, I think that card's pretty terrible. Okay, lastly, we have our level 6s. We have 4 copies of Sinanju and 4 copies of Full Frontal. Full Frontal is really, really good. The main problem comes with the fact that these are both level 6s and not level 5s. Our deck's curve goes from level 1 to level 4, no level 5s, and then level 6, which really sucks. And I wish these cards were 5, but I think they'd be highly overtuned if they were level 5. That being said, Sinanju is a level 6 5-drop, 5/4 unit. It has during pair, this unit gains high maneuver, again, meaning it can't be blocked. And then during your turn, when it destroys an enemy's shield, you get to choose an enemy unit and ping it for 2. This is very strong. You can clean up bodies that are trying to take your trades because a lot of decks will swing over our bodies because they know they won't be taking that much damage in return. And so they'll just have a lot of damage spread across their board. And Sinanju allows you to really easily pick up those pieces. And then the link, the paired unit that goes with the link unit, because it does link with full frontal, is full frontal, a level 6, 1 cost, has burst added to your hand. It gives +2/2. And then when paired, you may deploy 1 Neo Zeon or Zeon unit card that's level 4 or lower from your hand. This is insane. I think this is probably the reason this can't be on a turn 5, a level 5 turn, because this is incredibly, for this early format, I think incredibly overtuned. Essentially, if you have 3 cards in hand, which is tough with this deck because you don't have a lot of card draw, you have like exactly charged Zaku too. This is your best turn 6 hand possible. On turn 6, you can pay 5 resources, go Sinanju, pay your last resource for full frontal, pair, swing, not blocked. You're going to take the shield, ping something for 2. You're going to play out Gauf for free, and then Gauf will play out a Zaku 2 token. This turned your 3 cards in hand into 3 cards on board, but you do get the advantage of the full frontal, meaning as long as you draw a body on your next turn, you'll get to play that for free, which is incredibly strong. Thank you all so much for watching this Gundam TCG video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and let me know which star deck you're picking up and which star deck you want to see next for this budget deck series. I do plan on doing all 4, but I just don't know the order I'm going to do it in yet. So with your help, I can figure that out a lot easier. Also, let me know what Gundam content you want to see because I'm going to be trying to do as much content for this game as well as Gundam Assemble as I can. It's just a really awesome hobby that I've sort of picked up in this Pokemon VGC off season. If you want to see more about me, I'm going to have links to my socials in the description down below, where you can follow me on Twitter at TPGTCG to see me tweet about TCG stuff. You can also follow me at YVGC on Twitter, where I just tweet about general things as well as Pokemon VGC if you're interested in that at all. That being said, I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.